Chapter 29 Jerry's New Year. Christmas and New Year are full of fun and frolic for many people. But for horses and cabmen, they are exhaustive. There is so much celebration and people need cabs to drive them to parties and balls. Sometimes driver and horses have to linger for hours together for the people to finish their party. They shiver in the cold outside while people are merrily dancing away to glory in the warmth of some grand hall. During the Christmas week we had to work and wait till late night, and it took a toll on Jerry's health. He had a bad cough. On New Year's Eve, two unconcerned gentlemen hired our cab. They went inside a house in one of the West End Square at 9 p.m. We were told to return at 11 p.m. sharp, and so we did. As Jerry was a punctual man, it was a terribly cold night and chill wind made my limbs go stiff. Jerry shivered too, and as we waited for the gentleman, his cough worsened and his voice grew hoarse. After 2 hours of waiting in the bitter cold, the two apathetic people showed up and boarded the cab without a single word of apology. After galloping about 2 miles in the bitter cold, my legs were numb. The two men, however, were totally ignorant of my condition and haggled the Jerry over the waiting charges. Jerry was a no-nonsense person and refused to take any less as the waiting charges. But the money they paid was no compensation for what Jerry had to suffer later, because when we reached home, Jerry could hardly utter a sound. In spite of his pain, he whispered to Polly to make me comfortable by giving me my warm clothes and some warm mash. Then the sensitive soul rubbed me as usual, and after having my dinner I went to sleep. Next morning Jerry did not come to my stable as usual, and Harry fed us and cleaned us. He did not whistle or hum at his work, and I could tell he was worried. Dolly came crying in the afternoon, and I gathered that Jerry was seriously ill. For 2 days we saw neither Polly nor Jerry, and I could sense the children feared that they could lose their father to what they called bronchitis. However, the next morning the kids looked somewhat relieved, as the doctor said that Jerry was out of danger. As the days passed, he started recovering, but the doctor said he could not go back to driving his job. Just as the children had started worrying about how their parents would make two ends meet, a nice thing happened. One Mrs. Flower, Polly's old mistress, offered Jerry a job as a coachman. She offered it lodging for the entire family in the cottage near the house. It was soon decided that the family would change their residence and go to Mrs. Flower's place. I felt so happy for the family, but we all felt sad that now I had to be sold. The day of the parting came soon, and the family expressed their grief on having no option but to go away without taking me along.